Hi YouTube, it's Wednesday and we are live for Wind Down Wednesday. Welcome. Just setting everything up. So it's Wednesday, 8:30. Welcome everyone. It's Wind Down Wednesday. We're live on the 10th of June. Welcome, welcome. Hi everyone. Welcome, we're live. What is it? Wednesday. It's Wind Down Wednesday. You need to get your wine. Make sure you've got your wine glass here, everyone. And if you've got a stretchy band, then go and grab yourself a stretchy band. But don't worry too much if you haven't got a stretchy band. It's just if you've got one lying about anywhere, then maybe grab one. You can potentially use like a long towel that's rolled up, because we're just going to do some stretches with it a little bit later. But anyway, you need your band. You need somewhere to lie down, to stand up. You're going to start standing, and you need your wine for afterwards. So if you're new, if you've just found me on Instagram or Facebook Live, even if you've just found me on YouTube Live, this is Wind Down Wednesday. It's a half an hour sort of power Pilates class to say yes to midweek survival, and we finish with a toast with your wine or beer or tea or whatever it is, to just kind of take a moment and say yes, we've made it to Wednesday in these strange times of lockdown. We're going to start standing today, so don't get too comfortable on the mat, but I will come down on the mat, and I think everything is set up okay. I've got a few cameras on, so give me a thumbs up, some hearts and whatever, just to let me know that you're there. And I think a few people are finding me on Instagram rather than Facebook, which is obviously fine, but hello and welcome. Come join me, let's get going. So for anyone that's been following me so far on social media, etc., this week I've set a challenge for squats, and I've just put up a little post this evening. Have a little look at it afterwards, about how important squats are and what a functional movement it is, and that we are born to squat all day long, really. And I took a picture of my almost 2-year-old, and she just spends most of her day in that squatting position. It's a really functional movement. And it's a great exercise, obviously, to keep all the muscles strong around your knee joints, to build all the muscles in your bottom and in your quads and your hamstrings. And we are going to start today's session with the challenge of the week. All right, so just as we're kind of stood, just kind of warm up the legs a little bit here. And in my challenge of the week video, I just talk, and you have a little stretch here of the quads. Hold on to something if you need to. I talk a lot about the form of squats, because a lot of us do squats in our exercise regime, whether it's weights or just part of hip regime or running or whatever. But the form we might get wrong, and often we do get wrong. So we need to make sure we've got that correct. I feel like I'm in his knees. That's gone, sorry. So we're going to talk about that first of all, and then we're going to do our squats. So I'm just going to turn sideways. I'll turn this way around here. So have your feet kind of quite a good distance apart from each other. If you're near a chair, like if you're in your lounge, imagine that you're kind of sitting back into that chair. So you're kind of your bottom's going backwards. And if you bring the arms forward, you're kind of reaching forward. You're trying to get that line from your fingertips all the way down for your shoulders to your bottom there, okay? So you're sitting back into the heels and then pushing all the way up. So we're going to do 10 of those, all right? You can have your hands on your hips if you want to, just quite nice to kind of reach forward. And you could even actually grab the band for this. If you've got a band, grab your band. If you've got your band, hold it kind of about shoulder width apart here. Don't worry if you haven't got a band, but you can do the same with the arms. Okay, so here we go. Tummy's nice and tight, stand nice and tall, and we're going to reach forward. If you've got the band, don't worry. If you haven't, we're going to go down, and we're going to push all the way up again. Really draw your navel to your spine, and we're coming up. That's 2. So we've got 10 of these. 3, and coming up. And really reach forward, send the heels backwards. That's 4. I'm going to try and count these. This is 5, because often I just lose count. And this is 6. And we've got 7, really reach those arms. And 8, 2 more. And 9. So making sure your chest is up. And that's 10. Okay, so as you're coming down, you're not bending forward. There's no hinging at the spine there. Okay, next one, put the band down. Take a nice wide stance with your legs. Here, put your hands on your hips, relax the shoulders, and you're coming just directly down. Again, don't hinge forward here, okay? So rib cage kind of down, tummy's in, and you're coming down, and you're coming up, squeezing to the bottom as you come up. And 2, press into that front foot. 3, and up. And 4, and up. Sorry if you were looking forward to a nice relaxing session. It will get more relaxing, but we need to earn that wine. So let's start with squats. And now I've lost count, so let's do 3 more. And down and up. Now make sure your shoulders are over your ribs and over your hips. Let's do 1 more full up. Down and up. Shake those legs out. Other side. So make sure it's quite wide, okay? And if anyone's there watching you, or last week I said, get your lockdown buddy involved. So try and get your lockdown buddy involved. But if they're just there watching, just make sure you're not tipping forward or back. Shoulders, ribs, hips. Off we go. Tummy's nice and tight. Down and up. Let's do 10. And 9. And 8. And 7. And 6. Keep breathing. 5. Tummy's in. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Last one. Okay, good. So if you've been doing this in the week, you'll really start to feel that in the legs. And I know some of you have because you've told me. And I know some of you have even done it today. So there we go. You'll have legs of steel by the end of it. The next one, we're in a wide kind of sumo squat position. Okay, so your legs are kind of turned out. And again, just keep your shoulders over your hips here. Have your hands in front of you or on your hips. And we're going down. Try to keep those knees out over your toes so you don't roll forward. And coming up. That's 1. And 2. Doesn't matter where you've got your hands. 3. Coming up. And 4. Pull the tummies in. 5. And 6. Try not to dip forward. 7. Keep the chest up. 8. And 9. And the last one's there. 10. Good. And give those a little shake. So there's 40 squats. Now the last ones that we did are jump squats. If you are, I don't know, upstairs or in a flat, or you think you might wake the children up with jump squats, don't do the jump. You can just come down and then you can just come up to a rise. If you want to do the jump, then we're going to do the jump. So exactly the same thing. Knees over your toes, okay? Try not to dip forward. Keep the chest high. You're going to come down, sit into those heels, and we're going to come up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Put a smile on your face. 5. It helps. 6 and 7 and 8. 2 more. 9. Come all the way down. 10. All the way down. All the way down. And up. Well done. Shake out the legs. Oh, good. Well done, everyone. Right. Just stretch into the front of that leg a little bit. And we're going to, if you've got a band or a towel or just your arms, at the end of the class, we'll stretch that out a little bit more. Okay, good. Right, catch your breath. And we are going to move on to the band. So if you've got a band, you'll be surprised how many people have got bands lying about in the house. So go and grab it if you've got it. If you haven't got it, it's fine. You can do this without, okay? So I'm just going to demonstrate the whole thing with the band, but just do it without the band. It's exactly the same thing. So lots of lovely movements. for the shoulders and for the arms in Pilates. Take the band first of all, or just have your hands down here and have the band between your thumb and forefinger here, okay? Feet, are your feet pointing forward or are they turned out a little bit? Try and have them forward here. The arms are going to come up and you're trying to get them by your ears here without bananaing to the back. As the arms come up, close the ribs down. So, all the way up, palms facing forward and coming down. So just draw the navel in, soften the ribs as the arms come up and coming down. Good. Breathe out as the arms come up. Breathe in as the arms come down. Breathe out. Draw the ribs down. And breathe in there. Good. Breathing out. Really reach the arms up. Don't be afraid to move your shoulders here. Okay, it's really important to get that movement into your shoulders. Close the ribs down. So don't banana into the back when you do this, stretching up. Tummy's in, rib cage soft. Let's do 3 more. And up, and if you've got the band, pull into the band a little bit more here. Okay, and up and down. Now, if you've got the band, take it a bit wider, your hands a bit wider. If you haven't got the band, then don't worry about that. Your arms are just down here. We're going to go up, and then we're going to circle the arms round and down. So you're going to draw the arms up, and then down and round. I'm going to sneeze, I'm going to sneeze. Coming. Ugh. If I sneeze randomly in an exercise, I apologise. And all the way down and up. So the arms come up and really reach. If you've got a band, you'll really feel that in the tension there of the band. Maybe it was rain and set the pollen. Yeah, it should have settled the pollen down, so apologies for my imminent sneeze. And those that know me, I sneeze really loudly, so I'll try not to do that on camera. Okay, and let's do 2 more. So if you haven't got the band, you're just simply bringing the arms up and bring them round. Just keep them in front of you. Don't banana into the back. And let's make this one your last one. Now, with or without the band, you have your hands here. So elbows are tucked in, and we're going to do this exercise, which is called dumb waiter. If you've got the band, then it's got a bit more tension here. So have a little dip. Glue your elbows into the side and take your palms out and back in again. So this is a really nice exercise for the front of your shoulders here, okay? Again, don't flare into the ribs. So as the arms come out, soften the ribs down. Now imagine you've got your glasses of wine or G&T, whatever it is, on your palms, okay? And don't tip. So has the wrist broken here. So keep the wrists nice and straight, nice and strong. And let's just do 2 more. This is really good if you get nice and tight. I'm horribly even tight. Let's do 1 more actually. In the front of the shoulders. There. Okay, good. Roll the shoulders. Okay, pop the band down for now. And we're going to come and take some roll downs. So, if you've got a mat, just come towards the end of it here. And we're going to start nice until we did these last week. So soften into the knees. Okay, and the head comes forward. And you're drawing the tummy in and up. And then you're just rolling against or off of an imaginary wall. Coming all the way down. Give your head a little shake at the bottom. And then press those heels into the floor, navel to spine, rolling up. So you're peeling your back off an imaginary wall. Okay? All the way down, relax the shoulders. Coming down, either straight legs or bent legs. Now push the heels into the floor, tuck the pelvis underneath you, and scoop the tummy, and you're rolling up. Soften the ribs at the top. Breathing in, exhale, we're diving up and over an imaginary fence here, all the way down. Exhale to come up, draw navel to spine, and just get some really lovely movement into that back. Head comes forward, a little bit quicker if you can, and just really draw navel in towards your spine to support that back. And let's go 2 more, take the head down, rolling down, bend the knees if you need to, press your heels into the floor, and then on this next one, we're going to roll down. If you can, we're going to walk out into a plank. If you think you'll struggle with that, just do 1 more roll down and then bend into the knees to come to kneeling. So if you can, just making sure I'm still on camera, draw your navel up and hold this plank position here. And if you can, from there, in this plank position, you're going to take your weight forward over your toes and then push back into your heels. Forward, so you're going to rocking into the shoulders here, and back, so you're flexing into the shoulders, forward and back. So your bottom stays the same height. So you're not lifting your bottom up and down. Let's do 4 to 5 of these. Pause, take your knees down, and then just come back off of those wrists, okay? So that little exercise, if you want to have a quick look, is called pull back. So you're into your kind of 4-point kneeling position. Really draw the navel up. You take one toe back. Don't make sure the bottom doesn't drop. Take the second foot back. You go forward and then you push directly back into those heels. 4 times. Forward and back. Keep breathing. Forward and back. Forward and back. One more if you can. Forward and back. And then take the knees down and come back and rotate those wrists. Let's make sure we do that one more time if we can. Okay, take the toes back, tuck the toes, and here, hold here. Forward and back. Keep breathing. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. And then take the knees down, widen the knees, sit the hips back, and stretch here. So take some breaths, just really reaching forward with those fingertips. Rotate the wrists if you need to. Breathing in and breathing out. And just take a couple more breaths there. It's always quite tricky for me to talk with my face into the floor of the camera. So just take a couple of breaths there. Okay, good. Wow, I feel warm. Hopefully you feel warm. So give those wrists a little rotation. Have a little drink if you need to. And then we're going to come into, let's do a little bit of cat just to stretch out into the back. So with our cat, the knees are underneath the hips and the wrists are underneath your shoulders here. Always really thinking about drawing that tummy up and away from the floor. You're really strengthening your core here, okay? Because it just wants to drop down. Gravity's, really pulling it down. So really draw it up. And then really just start with the base of your spine. Imagine that glass of wine is here on the base of your spine. And unfortunately, you're going to tip it off. So you're going to tuck, 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 and then scoop and lift and come into a lovely stretch at the top there. And then rolling everything back out. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, tuck, 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 lift pelvic floor, lift the tummies, and breathe in at the top. Exhale, so come all the way back. Breathe in to hold. Exhale, really scoop the tummies. Have a lovely stretch into the spine here. Breathe. Exhale to roll back. Breathing in to hold. Exhale, tuck, 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 scoop and lift. Breathe. Exhale to come back. And let's just do one more here. Really tuck, really lift. Breathe here, everyone. Take a lovely breath in. All the way back. And if you need that one more stretch, just sit back onto your heels and take a few moments there. I'm just going to come and check my clock because it's gone AWOL all week because my nearly 2-year-old keeps moving it around. So I was just checking what the time is. Perfect. Okay. From there, everyone, we're going to come and lie down on our backs. So, come and take a lie down. I'm just going to remind myself what we were going to do. Okay. Yes. Fine. So roll onto your side is the best way to get lying onto your back. Okay. So make sure on camera. Lovely. Enjoy that moment to come and take a lie down. Lovely. Now it's really lovely. Just lie here, really. Let's get a blanket. Go to sleep. To settle your skeleton into the mat, you could just lie here for hours really, and just really feel any tension kind of just releasing down into the floor. But we are going to do a bit of work. Have your feet quite close to your bottom for this one, hip width apart, okay? Just take a minute to kind of really massage that lower back into the mat. So tilt your pubic bone down towards your toes and then almost lift the bottom a little bit. So you're just rocking forward and back into that pelvis, getting a nice little massage into that lower back there. And then just try and really soften the rib cage. We're going to do what we call spine curls here. So we're going to breathe in to prepare. Try and get the breath for this one. Exhale, connect your pelvic floor, scoop the tummy, roll your spine into the floor, lift the bottom, coming up into like a bridge position here. Then you're going to breathe in and hold it at the top. Don't overextend. Try and have your shoulder to rib to hip to knee, a nice long line here. Press into the floor and just hold this. See if you can hold this. Just have a little look down at your hips, and are you level left to right? Do you need to squeeze into one buttock to kind of make sure that your hips are level? Hold for a few breaths. Now on your next exhale, think about sending the hips up as your spine comes down slowly, bit by bit by bit. Now I've said before, if you've got any cushions lying about, pop one in between your knees, and that will help try and keep everything nice and stable. Take a breath in. Exhale, pelvic floor, scoot the tummy, press the spine into the mat. Bit by bit by bit, your spine comes off the floor. Hold it at the top there, everyone, and breathe. Press the feet into the floor. Lift the bottom a little bit higher. Breathe in, exhale, pull the tummies in. Hold for 3 or 4 breaths. Really breathe wide into those ribs. And then exhale, navel to spine. Imagine that the hips are going up as your spine is coming down. Breathe in. Exhale, imprint that back. Push. Press the feet. Squeeze the bottom. Lifting up. Breathing in and breathing out. Relax the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Press the feet. Squeeze. Lift higher. Hold. Exhale, hips are high as your spine comes down bit by bit by bit by bit. All the way back to a neutral. One more time. Breathing in, exhale, scoop, press that spine in, lift. You're getting a lovely stretch down the front of your hips here and maybe even into the front of your thighs. Push the bottom a bit higher if you can without arching into that back. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath, everyone. Good. Now keep the hips high as you come down, 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 all the way back to a neutral position. If you need to have your knees in towards your chest or have a little stretch there, please do. If we're okay to carry on, let's take the hands back behind the head here. All right, and make sure that you've not flared those ribs. So softening the rib cage, elbows slightly forward. Exhale, nod your chin towards your chest and just lift the head and the shoulders off the floor. Now making sure your head is heavy into your hands. As you curl up, kind of scoot the tummy and don't lift the pubic bone. Keep the pubic bone down. Don't lift the bottom. Curl up. Breathe in at the top. Exhale to come down. Exhale. Inhale to come down. Sorry. Exhale to come up. So you're scooping the tummy. Pubic bone is down. Hold. Breathe in to come down. So it's very common when you come up to these curl-ups for your bottom to lift. Don't lift it. Have a little gap in your lower back. That's keeping your pelvis in a neutral position. It makes it much harder. Exhale. Can you come up any more? Really scooping those tummies. Breathing in. Exhale. Challenge yourself. Can you come up a bit more? Can you reach one arm away and the other arm away? One hand back behind the head. Back behind the head and down. If that's too much tension into your neck, keep the hands behind the head. If you can, reach one arm, reach the other arm, back behind the head, and down. Exhale, up, 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 up. More, 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 more. Reach, reach. Making sure you can draw that tummy in. Back behind the head, down. Exhale, up. Either keep the hands there or reach and back and back and down. And again, coming up and reach and back and down. Last one, coming up and reach the arms, back behind the head and down. Can we come up and hold? Keep the hands here. Can you slide one leg, keeping the pelvis nice and stable here? And can you slide the leg back in? Keep the head where it is. Slide one leg away and slide it back in. Keep the back up and your head up, sliding away, drawing back in, sliding away. Now, as you draw the leg back in, curl up a bit more. Good. Slide the legs away. Get a lovely stretch into the front of that hip. Slide the leg away. And then coming all the way down. So we've got curl ups with leg slides, all right? You can keep the head down if that's too much, but let's try and see if we can come up again. So exhale, curl up, hold it here. Keep the pelvis nice and still. Lengthen one leg away, get a lovely stretch into the front of that leg. Now curl up a bit more as the foot comes back in. Send the leg away. Curl up a bit more. Good. Keep that pelvis nice and neutral, nice and still. Navel in as that leg comes back in. Take the leg out, scooping in. And let's go one more to either side. Draw the heel back towards your bottom. And the other side, heel back towards the bottom. And all the way down. Oh, can you feel that working? Okay, good. Let's do one more time there, I think. Curling up. Now curl up a bit more. Lengthen one leg away. And back in. Now head is heavy into your hands. Lengthen and drawing back in. Lengthen away, drawing back in. Keep curling up, everyone. Curl up a bit more on these last two. Send the leg away, navel to spine, drawing it back in. Sending the leg away, back in, all the way down. Excellent work. All right, from there, we're going to come into our hundreds if you can. So you have got options for your hundreds. You can just come into a curl up and start beating your arms. Okay, you can take a hand back behind the head if you need to. You can come up to a double knee fold, or you can lengthen the legs here or even turn them out. So decide which version you're going to do and we're going to go for it, okay? So prepare with an in-breath. If you're taking that double knee fold, make sure you can really draw your tummy in as you take that second leg up. Exhale, curl up. And then if you can, extend the legs and do. And we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. Good. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. And in, stretch up, curl up a bit more. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Let's do one more. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Curl up a bit more. Hold it there. And then bend in, bring everything down, and hug those knees in towards the chest. I think I counted that right that time, potentially. Right, roll your head to one side. And then to the other side, just release any tension in the neck. There. And then from there, you're just going to take one leg down. Now, if you've got your band, grab hold of your band. If you've not got a band, you can stretch into the leg. So you can just take your hand back behind your leg here, regardless of where it is. And you're going to bend the knee in towards your chest. And you're going to stretch the leg up. If you've got your band, you're going to wrap that around your foot as well. I'm just going to check my little clock because perfect. I don't never really know what the time is, but went quickly. Okay, so if you have a band, you're pulling the knee in and you're stretching the leg up. If you haven't got a band, you're just holding your leg, okay, and you're just stretching in and stretching up. So let's stretch. You worked really hard for like half an hour. And let's not forget to stretch the body. So if you're doing lots of running or walking or cycling or HIIT sessions or whatever you're doing, it's all brilliant. but just really trying to look after your body with a bit of conditioning. So Pilates, yoga, just stretch and strengthen and keep everything and mobile is really important to keep injury free. So relax your shoulders, whether you've got the band or your arms here, okay? And there's loads of stretches we can do with the band, but obviously I won't go into those now just in case people haven't got them. But if you do fancy getting yourself a band, they're only a few pounds on Amazon, so grab yourself one. So if you have got a band, then tuck it here, or you're just using your hands. Okay, so you're just using your hands behind your legs here and stretch up. Now, what I say to people is there's no point having a straight leg or like having your leg your foot quite high towards your head with a bent leg. You need to bring your leg lower and have a straight knee. Okay, so you're ultimately looking for that stretch here. So don't have a bent leg with your foot closer to your head. Take your foot down towards the mat or the floor. That's fine there. So just bend in and stretch. Got my bubble in the way here. Now relax your shoulders here as well whilst you're stretching, everyone. Okay, because it's really common to get tense in the shoulders whilst we're stretching the legs. So just breathe here and then take all that down. Now we work those abdominals quite a bit in those few minutes there at the end. So just take a lovely full body stretch. Just breathe in, big old stretch, tense all your muscles and then release. And this is a lovely thing to do before you go to bed. I was reading an article the other day about how we're just really struggling to sleep in this lockdown period. So if you find that your mind is racing or your body is not fatigued enough or too fatigued, just little gentle stretches, breathing in and exhale and release. And just fill your body with oxygen as well, it really helps. So breathing in, big stretch, big stretch, and exhale. Now, if you want the challenge of a roll up, take the challenge. If not, roll onto your side and come to sitting. If you want the challenge, your arms come up, your chin tucks into your chest, navel to spine. Let those abs one more time to come up to sitting. Hurrah! And you're all done. Well done, everyone. If you want to do a few roll downs like that, full roll downs, carry on, crack on, be my guest. You can do them with a band as well, which we'll potentially do another day. So well done, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me if you've not joined me before. I'm here every week. I think this is, I don't even know what week we're on, but I know I've got through quite a lot of wine in that time. Cheers, everyone. So 8:30 every Wednesday, a half an hour class, just to make ourselves feel a bit stretched, feel a bit worked, and then we say cheers at the end to midweek survival. And I will be here for as long as you need me, and I really enjoy these sessions, so I'm just going to carry these on, really. I think we all need a bit of something on a midweek. So cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Join me on Friday. I do slightly different class, but a fitness floor on Friday, again, half an hour. All these you can catch up on IGTV if it loads, but my Facebook and YouTube channels, it's all there. So if you think anyone else might fancy it, then let them know. And thank you, everybody, and let me know how you get on. Comment on my Facebook and things, and I'll say hi. And cheers, everyone, and have a good weekend. For me, it's birthday bonanza weekend. My little girl, my middle one, turns 5, and then I've got 4 weeks of birthdays, so I'll be consuming a lot of this, I think. Cheers, everybody, and thanks for joining me. See you very soon. Thanks very much. I'm going to come turn the ball off now. Thanks, everyone.